everyone! Yes, welcome back to my channel. Again, this is RA. And so today guys, ayan, ito na naman tayo. May pag-uusapan na naman tayo, no? And this topic, actually, this is something that many of us fears. I myself, I do fear this topic. And talking about this takes so much from me. It takes so much courage also from me na pag-usapan tong topic na to. But I guess this is important and we should be talking about this. So, yeah, let's go and talk about rejection. Yes, rejection hurts. And it often feels personal na parang you feel bad about yourself and then you feel na you're not good enough to those people who rejected you, and masakit siya. It's really, really painful. It's not easy to deal with, and it takes so much courage para mabalik yung sarili mo after those rejections. But then guys, I would just like to share with you yung mga bagay on how we can deal with rejection. Yeah, even ako, I have had some series of rejections in the past, and even up until now, I get rejected still sometimes by people na you cherish and you love the most. During those times that I have been rejected, I was really searching for answers. Paano ba talaga ma-deal? I was reading books, I was talking to some friends, and you know, there are books and there are some blogs that I have read, and I have learned so much from those things, and I'd like to share them with you guys. I'm sharing this by experience, guys, and sa na-experience ko, I learned that rejection has 3 phases. The first phase is before rejection. So, ano nga ba yung mga dapat nating isipin before rejection? Number 1 is recognize that rejection exists. It is all around us. It is happening to people, and it will definitely happen to you at some point in your life na, you know, some of your friends or some of the people will never agree with probably the things that you like. For example, they will never agree with the movie that you like, diba? They will not agree with your ideas, diba? And at some point, they will reject our ideas, yung mga gusto nating mga gawin, diba? Because we are all different people by the end of the day. And kung magkakaiba tayo ng mga tao, magkakaiba din tayo ng pananaw sa buhay. At yun nga, at some point in our lives, they will reject kung ano yung mga gusto nating gawin, diba? But then, first thing that we should know or we should do is to realize that it exists. Nasa buhay natin, marireject at marireject tayo. And I think it is important to realize that you will be rejected in small things, diba? So you'll be prepared as well sa mga rejections in the future, like major rejections of your life, like for example, relationships or work or school or any other major things in your life, and it will definitely happen. Second thing also that we should bear in mind before rejection is avoid putting all your energy into one particular thing or into one particular person. You know guys, while it is good to put energy into relationship, it is also good to put some of your energy into building friends or into doing some of your hobbies. Kasi guys, eto lang yan ha. When that certain person or that certain someone rejects you and suddenly it just happened, and yun lang talaga yung focus mo the whole time, I'm telling you, your world will be shattered. But then, if you have put some of your energies into friendships, then you have a fallback, diba? Kasi mahirap talaga kapag sobrang binigay mo yung lahat, yung effort mo, yung energy mo into someone, and then that person leaves, I am telling you, sobrang sakit yun. So, it is good that you have a fallback, diba? Stop putting so much pressure on one person for your happiness. Next phase is during rejection. So, ito na guys. Ito na yung pagkakataon na nire-reject na tayo. Diba? And I think one important thing that we must do is to take some time away from the person who rejected us. You know guys, this is particularly important because whenever we get rejected by people, we feel pain, we feel so much hurt, we feel angry also. And this is important because this will help us not do or say things that we might regret in the future. I know, na hurting them back or getting even with them might feel so satisfying. But then remember guys, that it will never help us in the long run. Also, remember that all your emotions are valid. If you feel sad, if you feel hurt, if you feel angry sometimes, or even if you feel hate, yes, it is valid. But then, do not nurture those emotions na masisira ka, masisira yung sarili mo, or masisira yung ibang tao sa'yo, di ba? Especially if you feel hate, stop nurturing it. Don't do it. And of course, be with people who supports you. Be with your family, those friends who loves you. And be with people na magiging masaya ka at some point, and those people na makikinig sa'yo sa lahat ng rants mo, sa lahat ng pain mo, diba? Be with them. Just because you got rejected by someone doesn't mean that the whole world does reject you. So, ang daming tao na sumusuporta sa atin, ang dami-daming tao na nagmamahal sa atin. And that is just one person, or maybe 2 or 3, but then so many people na sobrang mahal na mahal tayo. So choose to be with them. And the last and final phase is after rejection. And so, I think these are the things also that we should bear in mind. And number 1 is that healing does not come right away. Sometimes healing takes time, and it is okay. We don't have to rush it, diba? As cliche as it is, time does help. Kailangan natin ng panahon, kailangan natin ng maraming oras para mag-heal tayo. And that is okay. If nafe-feel mo minsan na parang ang tagal ko namang mag-heal, don't feel that actually. May tamang panahon para mag-heal tayong lahat. And that timing is always perfect, no? Sometimes, you'll feel okay na, akala mo okay ka na, but then, after some time, you'll feel all the pain again, lahat ulit ng masakit, mararamdaman mo, nafe-feel mo na naman na parang nire-reject ka na naman, and that is fine. Healing might sometimes look like a curved way na maraming ups and maraming downs. And you'll just have to trust it and trust the process of God na eventually, by the end of everything, gagaling at gagaling ka. Next thing that we should do is learn from the experience, no? So, lahat naman ng bagay na nangyayari sa atin, may natututunan tayo. Even rejection, we learn something from it. And those learnings are beautiful, no? What do you have to learn from it? Sometimes, may mga bagay kasi tayo na kailangang ma-recognize with ourselves. Maybe sometimes, may mga attitude din tayo na hindi naman din talaga okay, and sometimes we have to change them. And, learning from that experience of rejection is one great thing. Kasi, we get to check ourselves din, no? Hindi lang din kasi yung mga taong nag-reject sa atin ang may mali sometimes. Sometimes tayo din, may mali din tayo, di ba? May mga bagay din tayo na kailangan baguhin sa sarili natin. Always do an attitude check, okay? Para alam mo din kung ano yung mga bagay na hindi mo na dapat gawin or hindi na dapat nasa'yo sa mga ganong panahon, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, okay? And lastly, build yourself up, okay? Make some list of your accomplishments in the past. Remind yourself of the good things that you have done, and remind yourself how awesome you are. Stop nurturing the feeling that you are not enough, because by the end of everything, I am telling you, you are enough. And of course, go back to the one who accepts and loves you for who you are, without any conditions, and that is God, Jesus himself. So guys, I know that we may experience rejections in our lives, but then remember that the Lord will never ever reject us, kasi sobra-sobra yung pagmamahal niya sa atin. And I just pray, and I would just like to encourage you na you may be rejected, pero mas madami pa ring bagay na pwede nating pagtuunan ng pansin. Remember that in the eyes of the Lord, you are more than enough. So guys, again, this is RA, sharing all happy thoughts and so much love. See ya!